Habit number 7. Successful people feel the fear and do it anyway. A lot of people think that successful people have no fear. That is not true. Of course, we have fears. Of course, we have doubts. Of course, we are afraid most time to make decisions. We are human beings. But the difference is that we don't let the fear stop us. We don't let the fear dictate what we can and what we cannot do. 10 habits of highly successful people. The question is, why are some people even so much successful than the others? You see, you don't decide your future, you decide your habits, and your habit decide your future. There is no one person that succeeds overnight, and there is no one person that fails overnight. Success is nothing more than the sum of all the small efforts repeatedly day in, day out. Today, I'm going to share with you 10 successful habits that I've learned and developed over the years. Habit number 1. Successful people take absolute responsibility. They take 100% responsibility for the outcome of their life. You see, at a point in my life, in my early stage, immediately I finished my secondary school, it was obvious that my plan of going to the high institution was not visible because my parents at that time could not sponsor anybody to the high institution. I thought of it, how will I have this plan of going to school achieved? Now, the only thing I could figure out to do is to start doing Okada hawking right there in the village to enable me to raise money so I can sponsor my education. I did that for a period of 4 years until I finally decided that it's time for me to go to school. Knowing fully well I've been out of school for over 4 years, so I needed to refresh my brain by attending some extramural classes to enable me prepare for the jam that will give me the admission. So I decided to leave the village and go to the school premises to attend such lessons so that I get fully prepared. I traveled down to Abia State University, that is Uturu, because that was the school I intended to go. I spent 1 year there attending the school extramural class to prepare me, but unfortunately, I wrote the JAM examination. For those that know how JAM used to get people frustrated, I was one of those that JAM got frustrated in 2006. With all that I gathered for a period of 4 years, I spent it paying house rent, paying transport, feeding myself. At the end of the day, to go and collect the JAM result, which I needed to process my admission, unfortunately, the result was withheld. Now, there is no way I can gain the admission because the extramural class cannot single-handedly offer me admission into the higher institution. Now, at this point, it appears that the glimpse of light that was giving me hope suddenly went off. What am I going to do at that point? All the money I raised for a period of 4 years, it's like as if has been wasted without achieving anything. Now, remaining in that city without getting the admission is neither an option. I decided I have to return back to the village. With tears, I returned back. Now, I am explaining this to make us understand that if you are not responsible for the outcome of your life, nothing good will come out of it. Getting to the village, now how do I start again? Where do I go from here? God so kind, one of my uncle, God used him to raise some money for me, 40,000 naira, for me to try again to go and take another pre-degree form in Delta State University, which is the school where I graduated from, to the glory of God. Now, I got to the school there. During the pre-degree period, I saw what is called hunger raised to power 2. I saw hunger in a geometric dimension. Now, my thought is, even if I gain this admission, how do I continue? How do I pay fees? How do I survive? How do I cope? Until I realize again, I know how to do something. I know how to generate cash. What do I do? Immediately after the pre-degree that we were offered admission into the 100 level, I immediately rushed down to the village. I told my parents, anything you know you can do, research, you can go to anywhere and borrow because our school fees then was 30,000. And I told them, anyhow you know you can raise the money. We were to pay our school fees in 3 months' time. And I told them to look for any way to borrow that we want to pay it now. Unfortunately for me, they were able to rally around and raise the money. Do you know what I did? I used the 30,000 to buy a motorbike. I drove the motorbike straight down to school, And I was using it during my school free hour to hustle, during my school fee hour to hawk for passengers, just to raise money to make sure able to meet up with the financial demand in the school. To the glory of God, before the time for the school fees, I was able to raise the money and all that was needed for my handout. I used that machine for a period of 5 years till I wrote my final year exam in school. And as a matter of fact, we were only 5 that had 2-1 in my department. So until you take absolute responsibility of your life, nothing good may come out. It might get to a point where even your parents might not be in a good position to give you the needed assistance. Even if anybody say they're not going to assist you, even if it seems as if there is nobody there to help, take absolute responsibility and make the decision that is going to improve your life. Because successful people take absolute 100% responsibility for the outcome of their life. That is habit number 1. How ready are you to learn new skill? How ready are you to learn new things? How ready are you to improve yourself? But if you want to succeed, you have to adopt this successful habit of taking absolute responsibility for your own life. Habit number 2, you have to decide what you want. The truth is that most people don't get what they want just because they don't know what they want. One of my boss said to me, he said, Larry, you need to set a goal. At a point in my life, I thought if I could buy the Camry 2.2, that means I would have made it. That was my big dream. That was my big vision at my late 20s. Now, you need to have something that you are looking up to as a focus. You need to have something you are looking up to that propel your driving force. What is your goal? What is your plan? At least, that my early 20s that I said, if I could buy this car, that means I would have made it. At least I have something I was looking up to. As God would have it, before the car came, my big dream was upgraded, that I got Lexus 300 instead of the Camry 2.2. What are you looking up to? What are your plans? What do you want? What do you want to achieve? What is your vision? You need to set a goal. Now, in 5 years' time, where do you want to be? In 5 years from now, what do you want to have? Where do you want to go? How much do you want to earn? All these are the questions you need to ask yourself in setting your goal. You need to set a goal and create a plan to achieve them. 5 years from now, who do you want to become? All these are the questions you need to ask yourself. Now, to become who you want to become and to have what you want to have, you need to set a goal and take it seriously. So you have to decide what you want. That is habit number 2 of successful people. Habit number 3, you have to believe that it is possible. Yes, that's it. You have to believe that it is possible, not just for others, but also for you. Napoleon Hill said something in one of his books, Think and Grow Rich. He said, whatsoever you can conceive in your mind and believe, you will have it. And that is so true. Even the Bible confirmed this in the book of Mark 9:23, and Jesus was the one speaking there. And he said, if thou can believe, all things are possible to him that believe. After setting your goal, you have to believe that it is possible. Believe that it is possible to accomplish those goals. Believe in yourself and believe in the capacity to make it happen. Once you believe that you can achieve it, you will have it. Successful people believe that everything they dream to accomplish is possible to happen with them. You have to believe that. Habit number 4, visualize success. And this is what I do every day. Once I know this is my goal, once I know I've taken 100% responsibility that I can make it happen, once I know I believe that I can make it happen, the next thing is I visualize success. I put that success on my vision board. You have to put success on your vision board. Visualize by your expected success. The truth is that if you can see it in your mind, it must happen. This was even also confirmed from the book of the Bible when God told Abraham from the book of Genesis chapter 13, verse 14 to 15. God told Abraham, look northward, lift up thy eyes, look northward, look southward, look westward and eastward. And as far as your eyes can see, that will I give unto you. That was not referring to the physical eye. That was referring to the eyes of the mind. If you can visualize your desired outcome, if you can visualize success in your mind, it must happen. It's a law of the universe. What are you seeing? Can you visualize that success? Can you see yourself in that dream car? Can you see yourself in that dream home? Can you see yourself having a happy home that you desire? Can you see yourself in that country that you desire to go? Picture it in your mind. Just try to see yourself swimming in that pool of success. Just feel it until it becomes so vivid. So, successful people visualize success. Habit number 5, successful people act as if they are already successful. For most people, you see them, they will act and appear so pitiable. That is not successful habit. Successful people act as if they already have the money. They act as if they are already successful. They act as if their dream is already accomplished. They act as if the thing they dream about is already around them. That is the habit of successful people. You see, most people, they wait to see the result before they feel that they deserve it. That is not the way successful people do it. Successful people believe that they deserve it before they even see the result. It will work the other way around. You have to act as if you are already successful. Don't be dreaming to be successful and be appearing and acting in a pitiable way. It doesn't work like that. It will work the other way around. You have to act like it before you see it practically manifesting in your life. Habit number 6, successful people are willing to pay the price. You see, it's one thing to dream, it's another thing to believe, but at the end of the day, you have to do something, right? You have to be willing to pay the price. You have to know the kind of price that you need to pay for the accomplishment of your goal. For some people, it might be as simple as adjusting your lifestyle and adopting a new lifestyle that promotes success. But you have to be willing to pay the price. You have to adjust. It might be you devoting your time to doing most of the things that promote success and advance your destiny. How often do you read? How often do you research? How willing are you to learn new skills? How willing are you to listen to some mentors that inspire you? You need to pay the price, possibly by adjusting lifestyle and adopting a new lifestyle that promotes success. Very important. Habit number 7, successful people feel the fear and do it anyway. A lot of people think that successful people have no fear. That is not true. Of course, we have fears. Of course, we have doubts. Of course, we are afraid most time to make decisions. We are human beings. But the difference is that we don't let the fear stop us. We don't let the fear dictate what we can and what we cannot do. We have fears. You have fears, but we do it anyway. Most time we want to take some investment decision. You have the fear, but you go ahead and do it anyway. Keep at it. Don't let the fear stop you. That is what differentiates the successful people and unsuccessful people. Do not allow fear to stop you. Habit number 8, successful people seek mentorship. Often at times, unsuccessful people have big ego. You need to know this. Your ego is not your amigo. Your ego is not your friend. Your ego can destroy you. When I was doing it my way, my pride and my ego don't allow me to seek mentorship until I find my first mentor. Now, I am not saying that is what will be the answer for everybody, but I'm telling you what was the answer for me. Finding my first mentor gave me the right path to follow. I am not saying I know everything. There is no how anybody can know everything. But the more you learn, the more you realize how little that you know. So my mentor was giving me the mindset and the skill set that I needed to trace my path. But does that mean that I don't have failures? No, I have failure most times. But what is success? Success is simply moving from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Habit number 9, successful people have enthusiasm. You will notice that high income people have high energy, but low income people have low energy. They are not productive, they are not proactive, they can't make anything happen. They don't have the vitality, they don't have the energy, they don't have the enthusiasm, they don't have the stamina to make anything happen. How can you make things work when you are not approaching it with passion and enthusiasm? How can you make it work? You may not be the best at it right now, but if you approach it with enthusiasm, if you approach it with incredible passion, you are going to succeed in what you do. So successful people are enthusiastic in what they do. Habit number 10, successful people are committed to constant improvement. Now, just like the first example I gave, when my big dream was to pursue the Camry 2.2, you saw that in the midst of it, it was improved and I got the Lexus RS 300. And when I finally got the car, it was only new in my hand, but it was not new in my mind because I have visualized it. Successful people are always committed to improving in their goal. They always aspire to become the best version of themselves. If you set a goal, you accomplish it, set a new goal. If you accomplish, set a new goal. Always aspire to be better. Always aspire to improve in yourself. That is the habit of successful people. If you want to live healthier, what do? You study nutrition, you study fitness. If you want to learn how to cook, what do? You have to learn recite from chef. Success is not different. If you want to be successful, you have to take it serious and learn from other successful people. These are the habits of successful people that I have learned and developed over the years. Try to implement most of these habits, and definitely it's going to give you the transformative desired result. In our next video, I'll say bye.